Hi, my name is Joanie Eisinger. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are not familiar with me, please go to my website, jonieswhitelightshealing.com, for more information. I offer sessions via phone, Skype, Facebook video, and FaceTime for folks who are not local to North Central New Jersey, USA. You could find me on Facebook. Please like my Joanie's White Light Healing fan page, and if you wish to friend me, please message me because I'd like to know how you found me. I do not friend strangers. You could find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and SoundCloud. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do and press the bell all icon. You'll receive notifications of when I put out another video. I bring in the highest of Christ light consciousness, meaning the ones that achieved the highest of enlightenment. There are no lower energies that come through. I do not permit it. I bring in ascended masters, archangels, angels, departed ones and guides, elementals, star beings, and consciousnesses. I used to be a social worker, LCSW, in New York City for 10 years. I did not believe in any of this. I provided individual and group therapy in day treatment programs for addicts, alcoholics, as well as the mentally ill. Around 2003, 4, 5, give or take, I became gifted with abilities as per a dark night of the soul when I was chemically sensitive and homebound. I watched the sensitivities creep up through my childhood into my adulthood, and I knew something was terribly wrong. When I couldn't open up windows or doors, and as I was allergic to the outside air, I couldn't take any medicines, and at one point could only eat 2 foods. I was dying. An energy medicine practitioner came on my path, and he started doing allergy elimination work, and I began healing. I started reading spiritual books, which was not something that I was doing before that. Religious by birth as a Reformed Jew, I wouldn't go near any of that, but it was time. And I started reading books by Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, and Deepak Chopra. And I had these aha moments. Everything felt right. My hands started buzzing. I became able to see into bodies, jump into other lifetimes, do in-person and remote healing. I was channeling departed ones and pets, and then the list went on. I am no longer a social worker. I am no longer offering Gestalt therapy either. I am a psychic, a medium. I am a healer, and I am a spiritual guide. So why do I do this? I must. It's just the way I roll. It's my essence. I needed to be very, very asleep and then have an awakening in order to incorporate my 3D social work therapy skills with my cosmic woo-woo light worker, healer, and psychic skills. So with that being said, people have been watching videos about their health, and I thought I would go in again. I think that it's time to address heart issues. Again, see a medical professional. If you have any medical problems, this is for entertainment purposes only. As a psychic and a healer, I will be putting my Joanie aside. I bring in spirit, and I will be addressing precipitating events that occurred in folks' lifetimes, the highlighted ones, although there are a bazillion reasons why a person could have physical heart issues in this lifetime. It'll be illuminating for folks why a person would have heart issues. Now, the heart is an organ that pumps blood through the body, and we need a heart pumping in order to live. We also have energy centers called chakras. So one of them is the Heart Chakra, which is the energy center that is situated in the center of one's torso, the center of one's body. And it is symbolic of self-love and love of other. So if a person has heart chakra issues, oftentimes they end up with physical heart issues. Now that's my very simplified version. There are many, many other things that could be a reason why a person has heart issues. Another concrete reason, which well, concrete. It's not concrete, it's just simplified, is that one could have been stabbed in the heart, shot, spear, shrapnel, blown up, and that as a result of physical injuries, could have been open heart surgery that didn't go well. They have heart issues in this lifetime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in spirit and see what spirit has to say regarding why folks would have heart issues. Now, I suggest having a glass of water by you in case I suggest through me suggest that you take a sip. It would be flushing negative energies through the physical body as you are being worked on. Now, if you're watching this and you don't have any heart issues, on some level, you might have had something happen with your heart in another lifetime. So it never hurts to watch these videos if you are not experiencing these issues now. Okay, so I'm going to do my thing and see what spirit has to say. Here we go. So the first thing I get is squeezed. Now, a physical heart pumps, so there has to be some type of peristalsis. There has to be the squeezing effect of getting the blood through the auricles and the ventrals to bring the body, the blood down through the lungs to get the oxygen, bring it back up, and then go through the heart, and then back up and around to distribute this oxygenated blood through the body. So we have the squeeze. So there are many people that are feeling squeezed. Now, that doesn't mean that they're in a box with a vice and that they're physically being smushed like in the Batman episode where he's about to be smushed by the doors closing. So I'm dating myself, folks. This is the original series, by the way, if you're wondering about the doors closing. So, had to throw in pop culture for y'all. This is metaphorical about being squeezed. Are you being found out? Is someone going to find out? Is the truth being squeezed out of you? Are you in a mess? Are you caught between a rock and a hard place? How are you being squeezed? Is there insufferable pain that you're experiencing and you feel squeezed? Is the life being taken out of you? If you are feeling a squeeze, if you are feeling damaged by pressure, it is possible that your heart is getting the brunt of it. Now, you are to go inside and ask yourself, can I identify with that? And if so, what are the emotions surrounding it? Now, if the emotions are not being identified, expressed, and released, then the squeeze then becomes physical, thought becomes form, and it becomes, it affects your heart, your physical heart. Very, very important to identify, become aware of, feel the feelings, and then release the feelings, this insufferable pain. Can a decision be made where you aren't squeezed anymore? Because if you continue to be squeezed, even if you keep releasing and releasing and releasing the feelings after you've successfully worked through them, your heart could possibly have a damage of some sort. See if there's a possibility to remove yourself from a squeeze situation or make some decision where you're no longer under this type of pressure. Okay, now I see wine. I see people are drinking wine and it is affecting a ventricle. I'm seeing veins out of sorts, and I'm seeing heart damage as a result of drinking wine. Beer, booze of any kind is affecting your heart and it's torturing you, but wine in particular is really destroying you. The love that you have for yourself, I'm not sure, because you're pouring this liquid in and it's destroying the lungs and the heart and the muscles and the tissue, and the heart can't keep up with what you're doing. Very, very important for you to take a look at this. It's extremely symbolic, the heart, loving self. And when you are an alcoholic, if you are abusing, if you are addicted, if you are neglecting self, it is showing that you are not loving yourself. Hence, you are hurting your heart. The physical heart becomes damaged and it can't keep up with the low self-worth and the lack of attention paid to your spirit. Make a meeting, get help, get a sponsor, stop today. You can. Go to rehab, go to detox, do what you can to save your heart. I'm going to go in again. Unrequited love. I'm seeing love lost. I'm seeing heartbreak. I'm seeing panting and wishing that you were with someone and you aren't able. I'm seeing a whole lot of love issues, betrayal, contempt, rage, suffering, grief and loss, lust. I'm seeing love issues, unrequited situations that have not been dealt with. You didn't get the girl, you didn't get the guy. You lost them. They are gone. They died. They left me. They betrayed me. They're too wimpy for me. How do I get away from them? All love issues and heart. Love. Love of other and love of self. Be aware of the feelings that are deep inside of your heart and work through your heart issues. They need to be dealt with because this area here, this organ in the center of your chest that provides so much love to the rest of your body. I think they're calling it sanguination. Sanguine, to be sanguine is to be peaceful and to be at peace, and like a blessed peace is to be sanguine. And then there's the blood piece as well. So sanguination, wondering if it's even a word. You are spreading the love through your body via the blood. And if you are contemptuous, rageful, grieving, lustful, any way imbalanced in the love area, in the heart love area, you are destroying your heart here. Work through your issues and get help. See a therapist if you need to. You can put your hand over your heart and make that connection. You could talk to your heart and you can see how you could begin loving yourself. You need to work through love issues, however that is. Acceptance, forgiveness of self and other, releasing your feelings of rage, contempt, jealousy, grief, whatever it is, releasing it home and allowing for restoration. That is the goal. I'm going in. I'm seeing stents and I'm seeing pacemakers, valves. I'm seeing operations where people are having things put in. And what I get is the metaphors, I can't do this myself. I need someone else to support me. I haven't got it right. Therefore, someone has to repair because I couldn't do it myself. In these cases where you have need stents put in, valve replacements, pacemakers, where you've needed ablations, you have been working on overdrive and it's been very, very difficult for you to do things alone. You might have gotten messages that you're unable to do this peacefully and that you might have gone into fits, but ultimately you haven't been able to restore things on your own. Messages were given to you that it's impossible for you to do this without assistance. In time, you will understand that you are your soul sojourner and you are able to do this without assistance. If it's possible for you to do this in this lifetime alone, fantastic. If your programming has been very, very deep, it might be that you go to your passing where you need assistance from other. But to address messages that were given to you that the only way that you can cope is with others' assistance, you need to challenge that. Yes, we all need others. It takes a village. Yet in the cases of the folks, it appears that have needed outside rectification of heart, muscles, chambers, veins, arteries. It seems that there's a message that was given that you are unable to cope unless there's someone else that does something for you. Could even be heart medication. It could even be cholesterol medication, bypasses, that it was so difficult for you to do this on your own that you needed others to clear something for you and get rid of something and support you. I'm going to keep going and we'll do a healing at the end. I'm seeing ego. I'm seeing a lot of pounding of the chest. On overdrive, I'm seeing people that are uneasy and unsure, yet they are boasting all the time with the proud chest out. And this is compensating for a fragile ego and low self-esteem. And that the puffed out chest is harming the heart. The heart knows it's a lie. The mind thinks it is true. This is self-deception. So when you deceive yourself and believe that you're all that, but inside you are in pain and you feel very weak, you're telling yourself and others something that is not true, and you are lying to yourself, and your heart knows this. Your heart collapses. Your heart does not feel comfortable when you lie to others and yourself. Be true to yourself. If you don't feel comfortable with who you are, work on yourself. You will find that you no longer need to boast. You no longer to do the egocentric stuff. And humility will find its way in. The heart will calm down and smile and pay off. Going in again. It's interesting. I saw a lot of people very dreamy and wistful, and that there are people who are dreamers, yet their goals haven't been met, and there's sadness within. So there are people who have not gotten around to fulfilling their goals, and that they're all in their head, and they're all wistful up here, and their heart is waiting for them to follow through. And their heart also is very sad because they haven't seen the likes of those images, those visions that the person has been hoping to see in this lifetime. Take charge of your life. Take steps towards reaching your goals. Your heart will improve. Your heart will find peace when you do something about it. Some of you are crapping around and complaining that you're old, and that you keep saying, well, my ticker isn't the way it used to be. I used to be the speedy one, and now I'm Hopalong Cassidy. Well, if you keep saying that you're old, you will age yourself. If you keep saying that you're stuck, you will be stuck. If you keep saying that your ticker isn't the way it used to be, it sure will be crappy for you. Watch what you say, because the universe takes note, and your body parts are consciousnesses that come together as a collective called your physical body. So it's going to register what you're saying. So if you say something negative about your ticker, it's going to go, oh, really? Okay, I guess so. If that's what you believe, if that's what you think so much, if you're convinced, I guess I have to go according to that law of attraction. Is it okay for you to be older? If you say no, why not? Who promised you a rose garden? If you wish to play, say that you're young, say that you're ageless, and see what happens. You might find that you are young at heart. Things might change. I'm going to go and see if there's anything more. For some of you, you're doing too much. You're rushing around and you're too speedy, and you need to slow down, and your heart is affected by your rapid pace. What's the rush? Who needs to go so fast? If you're in a situation where you must and it's killing you, see what you could do about it. Is it worth dying? Is it worth being put on, I don't know, certain drugs or a respirator or in the hospital? Make your movie a good one. Slow down. Are you drinking too much coffee, caffeine? Do you have a rapid heartbeat because of what you're eating? Do you have too high salt level and you're not listening? Are you physically causing this by action or food or drug or liquid? Are you in control of this? Take steps. You're in charge of your body here. Now, what Spirit says, well, what happens if you were told it's genetic? Okay, so there are people who have heart issues. Okay, so if that's the case and you have genetics going on still, you can always incorporate this in with what you've been told in terms of genetics. Well, my family has a history of heart disease. Oh, everyone died of a heart attack. Everyone's got high cholesterol. Okay, we can work with that. Thought creates form, and you can shift your perception about things, and you can try to improve your present situation. Do what's in your control. You have nothing to lose. I am seeing the word hate, the H word, come up. I hate this, I hate that, I hate this, I hate that. Well, the heart represents love of self and other. So if you're hating so many things, then that's a boomerang. So that is that energy comes back on you. And oftentimes many people who are hateful hate themselves. How do you hate yourself, number one? Do you even? And some people might say, I don't hate myself, I love myself, but I hate everything else. Well, hate is a very strong word. It's a lower vibration word. We're all connected as one. So when you're hating on other things, you're hating on me, you're hating on your neighbor, you're hating on your kid, you're hating on your pets, you're hating on your partner. Hate reverbs through the collective and it doesn't help any of us out. So maybe you could consider accepting what is. And if there's anything in your control to change things, please do for our sake and yours. Thank you. I see the murmur. I see a heart murmur. Things have been discontented for quite a few of you. See what you're discontented about. That murmur is the blip. It's, I'm not quite sure about this. I don't feel so comfortable with that. And it comes back to remind you, like tapping on the window, tapping on that glass. So you're missing something. The murmur is a message. Your heart is telling you to be careful, to listen up, to watch out, to reconsider, to revisit something. It's a message, and each person has a different message from their heart. Regarding a murmur, you can go inside, you could go to a peaceful place and sit and focus on your heart and ask yourself, what message are you giving me? Because I have a little, and then listen, and your heart will answer you. If you doubt this is possible, it's not going to work. But if you, in fact, have hope and you wish to transcend all belief, your heart will answer you and you will be astounded by what you hear. I'm going to see about heart pain. I'm seeing many people say it's too much. So if you say something is too much, then your heart can't take it. And then I see the pain. So it's very important to stop saying it's too much. Everything is divinely ordered, even when it's super saturated, even when it's awful. The universe looks for balance. So when you say something is too much, you're actually drawing something to you to become too much, and the heart becomes pained. Rephrase. Cope better. See what you could do to shift situations. Accept. Forgive. I'm seeing about enlarged heart. Seeing it's just too much. Everything just went wrong. People are not treating me well. I can't take it. There are a lot of swords that are there. People with enlarged hearts have been through quite a lot, this and other lifetimes. Protect yourself, put white light around yourself, do what you can to protect yourself. Speak up when you need to and eat correctly. Eat according to the diet that was given to you. Avoid foods that would resurrect pain, they say. You know what you are to eat and what you are to avoid. Again, I will be doing a healing at the end of this video. I'm going to see about blocks in the heart. A lot of it is I can't do it. I refuse to do it. I can't do it. It's too much. Hence the block. You're blocking yourself. And the heart heard that. And the heart just can't keep up with all of the ways that you stick it to yourself. So it could be that the plaque stuck. I am stuck. I can't do it. Blocking, 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 blocking. The ways that you keep yourself from moving forward, the ways you block yourself. Your entitlement. Not eating well. Destruction of self and anger. Hence, buildup, bypasses. Putting yourself down, calling yourself a fool. Blocking yourself from enjoyment, keeping yourself down, putting pressure on yourself and other. Hence, blocks and bypasses needed. For some of you, you're not getting enough fluids. For some of you, you're not getting enough minerals. I'm seeing codependency. I'm seeing loving a lot of children, but not loving self. Caretaking many people, but not taking enough time to care for self. Hence, the heart is longing for your attention. It gets all discombobulated in many ways when you are focusing on other and not self. Codependency is a reason why people can have heart issues. Get help. That's all regarding what Spirit wants me to share regarding the highlights of. Now I'm going to offer a healing for the collective regarding all heart issues in this lifetime and others. Across time and space, forwards and backwards across all generations, any heart karma. And we ball them all up and you say inside, I forgive myself. Forgive everyone and everything. There you go. Good job. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness. Please, all of you, forgive me because I had unforgiveness towards you. There's a showering of emotion. So there are many souls that come together and they're enveloping you with an energy of peace and calm. You might feel it right now, a bit of tingling around your head. Thank God for these life lessons. God meaning all of us, the I Am Presence, the collective as one. Have a sip of water. Sip water between now and when you go to sleep. It will help flush negative energies through the physical body. See your doctor if you need to. Follow a program if you have been. Nourish yourself. Be kind to yourself and other. I hope that this assisted, and I will see you again. Bye, y'all.